There are things in this world that drain you without you even realizing it. They attach themselves like invisible chains, pulling you down, keeping you trapped in loops of exhaustion, doubt, and negativity. Have you ever woken up feeling heavy, like something was weighing on you, but you couldn't explain why? No matter what you did, no matter how much you tried to shake it off, the energy stayed. That wasn't random. Your vibration was being lowered. Everything in this universe operates at a frequency. The higher your vibration, the lighter, clearer, and more aligned you feel. When you're vibrating at a high frequency, life flows. You manifest effortlessly, attract positive experiences, and feel deeply connected to your purpose. But when your vibration is low, everything feels like a struggle. You feel stuck, lost, disconnected, and weighed down by forces you can't quite see. The problem is, most people have no idea that they're constantly engaging with things that are destroying their energy. They wake up tired, go through their day feeling drained, and wonder why they can't break free from cycles of negativity. But once you become aware of these hidden energy traps, you gain the power to break free. You see, there are 7 things that lower your vibration faster than anything else. 7 things that steal your energy, block your ability to manifest, and keep you trapped in lower states of consciousness. And here's the dangerous part. Most people touch these things every single day without realizing the impact. They consume them, engage with them, expose themselves to them, thinking they're harmless, when in reality these things are silently robbing them of their spiritual power. But here's the good news. The moment you recognize these energy drainers, you can take your power back. You can stop feeding the forces that pull you down and start aligning with the energy that lifts you higher. You can reclaim your vibration and start operating from a place of clarity, strength, and manifestation. So what are these 7 things? What are the hidden traps that most people unknowingly fall into? And more importantly, how do you free yourself from them? That's exactly what we're about to uncover. Stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you won't just know how to protect your energy. You'll know how to elevate it to a level where nothing can bring you down. Let's begin. You can do all the meditation, visualization, and positive thinking in the world, but if you place yourself in environments filled with negativity, chaos, and low-frequency energy, it will pull you down. Energy is contagious. The spaces you spend time in, your home, your workplace, even the city you live in, hold vibrations that either nourish you or drain you. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt uneasy, like something was off, but you couldn't quite explain it? That wasn't your imagination, that was energy. Every environment absorbs the emotions, thoughts, and experiences that take place within it. When a space is filled with arguments, stress, and unresolved emotions, that energy lingers. It seeps into the walls, the air, and the people who enter. Over time, if you constantly expose yourself to environments that carry heavy, chaotic, or low vibrations, they start to weigh on you. You may not notice it at first, but little by little, you begin feeling drained, irritable, and out of alignment. The worst part is, because this energy operates invisibly, most people don't even realize what's happening. They assume their exhaustion, stress, or lack of motivation is just a normal part of life, when in reality, their environment is pulling them down. But here's where it gets even deeper. Sometimes, the most toxic environment isn't a physical place, it's the people you surround yourself with. You don't just absorb energy from locations, you absorb it from other human beings. If you spend time around people who constantly complain, gossip, or radiate fear, that energy attaches to you. It doesn't matter if you try to stay positive. If you're surrounded by low vibrations, they will seep into your subconscious. This is why, after certain conversations, you feel exhausted, even if nothing dramatic was said. It's because energy transfers. If you are not careful, you will unknowingly take on the burdens, fears, and negativity of those around you. This is why so many people feel trapped in cycles of stress and stagnation. They live in environments filled with tension. They work in jobs where negativity is the norm, and they surround themselves with people who drain their energy. And then they wonder why they can't seem to break free, why life feels like an uphill battle. The truth is, if you want to raise your vibration, you must be ruthless about protecting your energy. You must become conscious of the spaces you enter and the people you allow into your life. So how do you shift this? First, become aware. Start paying attention to how you feel in different environments. Do you feel lighter and more inspired, or do you feel tense, anxious, or drained? If you notice that certain places make you feel low, limit your time there as much as possible. If you can't leave entirely, cleanse the space energetically. Open windows for fresh air, use sage or incense, or even play high-frequency music to shift the energy. When it comes to people, be selective about who has access to you. Not everyone deserves your time or energy. If you constantly leave interactions feeling exhausted, it's a sign that your vibration is being lowered. Set boundaries. You don't have to engage in every conversation, and you don't have to entertain every person's drama. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. And finally, create high vibrational spaces in your life. Fill your home with things that make you feel good. Plants, natural light, calming scents, uplifting music. Surround yourself with people who inspire, uplift, and challenge you to grow. When you make the conscious decision to place yourself in high-energy environments, your entire life begins to shift. Your mind becomes clearer, your spirit feels lighter, and your ability to manifest expands. Your vibration is too valuable to be compromised by toxic environments. Choose wisely where you spend your time and who you allow into your space. Your energy depends on it. Everything you put into your body carries energy. The food you eat, the drinks you consume, and even the substances you expose yourself to either elevate your vibration or drag it down. Most people don't realize that what they consume physically has a direct impact on their mental, emotional, and spiritual state. They eat foods that are processed, filled with chemicals, and stripped of life, then wonder why they feel sluggish, disconnected, and stuck in cycles of negativity. But once you understand how food and substances affect your energy, you can take control and start fueling your body in a way that aligns with higher frequencies. Think about the last time you ate something heavily processed. Fast food, junk, food, artificial snacks. Did you feel energized, clear-minded, and connected afterward? Or did you feel tired, foggy, and weighed down? That's not a coincidence. Low vibrational foods lack life force. They are dead, stripped of nutrients, and filled with preservatives, additives, and artificial chemicals that the body struggles to process. The more you consume these foods, the more they disrupt your natural energy flow, making it harder to think clearly, feel emotionally stable, and maintain a high vibration. And then there's sugar, one of the biggest hidden culprits in energy. Depletion. Sugar may give you a temporary boost, but it quickly leads to crashes, mood swings, and cravings that keep you stuck in a cycle of dependency. It disrupts your energy field, overstimulates your nervous system, and lowers your ability to stay in alignment with your higher self. Yet most people consume it daily, without realizing how much it's affecting their mood, focus, and overall vibration. Beyond food, substances like alcohol and drugs play an even more dangerous role in lowering vibration. Alcohol may feel like a temporary escape, but it actually lowers your frequency almost instantly. It numbs your awareness, dulls your intuition, and leaves you energetically vulnerable. Have you ever noticed how after drinking your emotions feel unstable? How your thoughts become scattered, your patience decreases, or your overall state of being feels off? That's because alcohol disrupts your natural energy flow, making it easier for negative emotions and lower frequencies to take hold. Drugs. Both recreational and pharmaceutical can have a similar impact. While some substances may be used for healing in the right context, frequent reliance on anything that alters your natural state creates an energetic imbalance. It disconnects you from your intuition, weakens your ability to stay grounded, and makes it harder for your body to function at its highest potential. The more you rely on external substances to regulate your emotions, the more you weaken your inner power to control your own energy. But here's the good news. You have the power to change this. The moment you start making conscious choices about what you put into your body, you begin to shift your vibration. High vibrational foods are those that are closest to their natural state. Fresh fruits, organic vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds and plant-based foods are rich in nutrients, enzymes, and life force energy. When you consume these foods, your body responds with clarity, vitality, and balance. You feel lighter, more connected, and more in tune with your natural energy flow. Water is another key factor that most people overlook. Your body is made up of over 70% water, and the quality of water you drink directly impacts your vibration. Tap water is often filled with chemicals and contaminants that lower your energy, but drinking pure, filtered, or even structured water helps cleanse your system, flush out toxins, and raise your frequency. So how do you shift your diet to support a higher vibration? Start small. You don't have to change everything overnight, but begin paying attention to how food makes you feel. Notice which meals leave you feeling energized versus which ones leave you feeling heavy. Gradually introduce more natural, plant-based foods into your diet. Cut back on processed foods, refined sugars, and artificial ingredients. Limit or eliminate alcohol and other substances that disrupt your energy field. When you start eating with awareness, your body will naturally guide you toward what feels best. You'll crave foods that nourish you rather than deplete you. And as your physical energy rises, so will your mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual connection. Your vibration is a direct reflection of what you put into your body. Choose wisely, and you'll begin to see the transformation unfold from the inside out. Your mind is the most powerful frequency generator you have. Every thought you think sends out an energetic vibration, attracting more of the same into your life. The problem is, most people are completely unaware of how their own thoughts are, keeping them trapped in cycles of fear, doubt, and limitation. They wake up and immediately start thinking about what could go wrong. They replay past failures, stress over things they can't control, and speak words that reinforce their struggles. And then they wonder why their life feels like an uphill battle. The truth is, your thoughts are either lifting you up or dragging you down. If you don't learn how to master your mind, it will master you. Negative thought patterns are one of the fastest ways to lower your vibration. They operate like invisible chains, keeping you stuck in the same loops of frustration, anxiety, and stagnation. The most dangerous part: most of these thoughts run on autopilot. Your subconscious mind is programmed by repetition, which means the more you think a certain way, the stronger that pattern becomes. If you've spent years telling yourself, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "life is hard," then those thoughts have become deeply ingrained in your energy field. They don't just exist in your mind, they shape your reality. Have you ever noticed how when you start the day in a bad mood, everything seems to go wrong? That's not a coincidence. Your vibration sets the tone for what you attract. If your dominant thought patterns are rooted in fear, self-doubt, or worry, then you are sending out a frequency that pulls in more of the same. It's a self-fulfilling cycle, one that keeps people trapped for years, sometimes even a lifetime. But here's the truth: you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts, and that means you have the power to shift them at any moment. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the stories you tell yourself on a daily basis. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me or is it lowering my vibration? Most of the time, you'll realize that your thoughts are simply old mental programs that no longer align with who you want to be. The next step is consciously replacing those negative thoughts with higher vibrational ones. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to reframe the way you think about them. Instead of saying, "I'll never succeed," shift to, "Every challenge I face is an opportunity to grow." Instead of, "Nothing ever works out for me," reframe it as, "The universe is always working in my favor, even if I can't see it yet." Your words carry power. Every time you speak life into yourself, you are raising your vibration and aligning with a new reality. Another key to breaking free from negative thought patterns is practicing gratitude. It's impossible to be stuck in a low vibration while focusing on what you're grateful for. When you shift your attention to the blessings in your life, no matter how small, you train your mind to see abundance instead of lack. Gratitude rewires your brain, elevates your energy, and magnetizes even more positive experiences into your reality. And finally, be mindful of the content you consume. Your mind is constantly being programmed by what you watch, listen to, and expose yourself to. If you spend hours consuming negative news, toxic social media, or fear-based entertainment, your thoughts will reflect that energy. But when you surround yourself with high vibrational content, uplifting books, inspiring messages, empowering conversations, you naturally start thinking at a higher frequency. Your mind is either working for you or against you. The choice is yours. If you want to raise your vibration, it starts with mastering your thoughts, because the moment you take control of your inner world, your outer world begins to shift. Most people carry emotional baggage they have never truly processed. Anger, resentment, guilt, shame. These emotions don't just disappear with time. They stay buried in your subconscious, lingering in your energy field like a virus running in the background. And just like a computer overloaded with too many programs, your system starts to slow down. You feel drained, anxious, and stuck, but you don't know why. The truth is, unresolved emotions are one of the biggest silent killers of your vibration. Until you release them, they will continue to weigh you down, keeping you trapped in patterns that no longer serve you. Have you ever had an experience from years ago that still haunts you? A relationship that ended, but the pain still lingers? A mistake you made that you can't seem to forgive yourself for? That is not just a memory, it's an energetic cord still attached to you. Every time you think about it, every time an old wound gets triggered, you react as if it's happening all over again. That's because energy does not follow time the way the physical world does. If you never fully process an emotion, it remains stored in your body, replaying itself in different situations until you finally confront it. And here's the real danger. Unresolved emotions don't just stay inside. They actively lower your vibration. Think of emotions like frequencies on a scale. Love, joy, and peace vibrate at the highest levels. Fear, anger, and shame vibrate at the lowest. If you are still carrying emotional wounds from your past, they are keeping you locked into those lower frequencies, even if you're not consciously thinking about them. This is why some people struggle with the same problems over and over again, whether it's toxic relationships, self-sabotage, or a constant feeling of being stuck. The emotional baggage they haven't released is energetically attracting more of the same into their life. But here's the truth. You do not have to carry this weight any longer. You have the power to release what no longer serves you. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers. When something upsets you more than it should, it's often a sign of an old wound resurfacing. Instead of pushing it down or distracting yourself, sit with it. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Where did it come from? The more you acknowledge your emotions, the less power they have over you. The second step is emotional release. Emotions are just energy in motion, and if you don't allow them to move through you, they become stuck. Find healthy ways to release what you've been holding on to, whether it's journaling, breathwork, meditation, crying, or even physical movement like exercise or dance. Whatever you do, don't suppress it. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They manifest in the body as stress, anxiety, and even illness. Forgiveness is another powerful way to release emotional baggage. Holding on to resentment keeps you energetically tied to the past. It's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of it. The moment you let go, you reclaim your energy and create space for something better. And finally, choose to rewrite your story. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the pain that was inflicted upon you. You are a powerful being, capable of transforming your energy at any moment. Every time you release an old wound, you make room for something new to enter your life. Your vibration is too valuable to be weighed down by what no longer serves you. Choose to heal, choose to let go, and watch how your energy begins to rise. Because once you free yourself from the past, you will finally be able to step into the future you were meant for. In today's world, most people don't realize that what they consume digitally is just as important as what they consume physically. Every piece of content you watch, every post you scroll through, every conversation you engage with online carries energy. And if you are not careful, you could be exposing yourself to a constant stream of low vibrations without even realizing it. Digital overload is one of the biggest silent killers of your energy, keeping you distracted, anxious, and disconnected from your true self. Think about it. How many times have you picked up your phone just to check one thing, only to find yourself scrolling aimlessly for hours? How often do you start your day by consuming negative news, chaotic social media debates, or mindless entertainment that does nothing for your growth? Most people don't stop to consider how these habits are affecting their vibration. But the truth is, the digital world is shaping your energy field every single day. Everything you see, hear, and read leaves an imprint on your subconscious mind. Violent news, fear-based media, and social media toxicity create an environment of stress, anxiety, and comparison. When you constantly expose yourself to content that promotes division, anger, and fear, it programs your brain to operate from a state of low vibration. You may not notice it in the moment, but over time, you start feeling more drained, more reactive, and more disconnected from yourself. You start absorbing the energy of the content you consume. Social media is one of the biggest culprits of digital energy drain. It was designed to keep you addicted, constantly seeking validation and comparing your life to others. Have you ever noticed how after scrolling for too long, you feel mentally exhausted? That's because your brain is being bombarded with fragmented information, conflicting energies, and subconscious programming that drains your focus. The endless comparison game makes you feel like you're never doing enough, never achieving enough, never being enough. And that is exactly how your vibration gets lowered. The same goes for binge-watching low vibrational content. When you consume hours of negative entertainment, whether it's violent movies, toxic reality shows, or content that promotes negativity, you are programming yourself to operate at that same frequency. Your subconscious does not distinguish between reality and entertainment. It absorbs whatever you expose it to, and that energy becomes a part of your field. So how do you break free from this cycle? First, start paying attention to how you feel after engaging with digital content. Do you feel uplifted, inspired, and energized, or do you feel drained, distracted, and disconnected? Your emotions are the best indicator of whether the content you're consuming is raising or lowering your vibration. Next, take control of your digital habits. Be intentional about the content you consume. Unfollow accounts that make you feel insecure or unworthy. Limit your exposure to negative news. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, choose to engage with content that expands your mind, nourishes your soul, and aligns with your highest self. Fill your digital space with wisdom, inspiration, and high vibrational messages. Another powerful shift is to set boundaries around your screen time. Start your mornings without your phone. Instead of diving into social media first thing, take time to set your energy for the day, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or movement. Before bed, disconnect from digital noise and allow your mind to wind down naturally. Your brain needs space to process, reset, and recharge. And finally, replace digital overstimulation with real-life connection. Spend time in nature, engage in deep conversations, practice mindfulness, and be present in your own life. The more you reduce your dependence on digital distractions, the more in tune you become with your true energy. Your vibration is sacred. Don't let the digital world dictate your frequency. Choose wisely what you consume, and you'll start noticing an immediate shift in your energy, clarity, and overall well-being. Words are not just sounds. They are frequencies that shape your reality. Every word you speak, whether out loud or in your mind, carries energy. And most people have no idea how their own words are sabotaging their vibration, keeping them stuck in cycles of limitation, negativity, and struggle. They repeat phrases without thinking, unaware that they are casting spells over their own lives. But once you understand the power of language, you can begin using it to elevate your vibration instead of lowering it. Have you ever paid attention to the way you speak about yourself? So many people unknowingly curse their own future with statements like, "I'm so unlucky," "I'll never be successful," "Nothing ever works out for me," "I'm not smart enough," "I'll never find love." Every time you say something like this, you are reinforcing a belief system that holds you back. Your subconscious mind does not question the words you speak. It simply accepts them as truth and begins shaping your reality accordingly. If you constantly speak words of lack, struggle, or failure, your energy aligns with that vibration, and you start attracting experiences that confirm those beliefs. It's not just about what you say, it's about what you allow yourself to believe. Self-sabotage through words happens in more ways than one. Gossip, complaining, and negative conversations also play a massive role in lowering your vibration. Have you ever noticed how you feel after engaging in gossip? At first, it might feel entertaining or even satisfying, but afterward, there's a heaviness. That's because gossip is a low-frequency activity. When you speak negatively about others, you are operating from a place of judgment, jealousy, or insecurity, and that energy reflects right back onto you. Complaining works the same way. The more you focus on what's wrong, the more you amplify that energy in your life. The words you speak don't just affect your mind, they also influence your body. Studies have shown that negative self-talk increases stress, weakens the immune system, and even alters the way your brain functions. Your body is listening to every word you say, and it responds accordingly. If you constantly tell yourself that you are tired, unworthy, or incapable, your body will believe you. But if you start speaking words of power, affirmation, and self-love, your entire energy field begins to shift. So how do you break free from the habit of using low vibrational language? The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the words you use daily. Catch yourself when you say something negative about yourself or your life. Instead of saying, "I'm always broke," try saying, "I'm open to new opportunities for abundance." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I'm constantly growing and improving." The words you choose shape your energy, So be intentional about what you speak into existence. Another powerful practice is using affirmations. Affirmations are not just empty words, they are frequency alignments. When you repeatedly tell yourself, I am powerful, I am worthy, or I am abundant, you start reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe it. And once your mind believes it, your energy follows. The key is to say these affirmations with conviction and consistency, even if they don't feel true at first. The more you repeat them, the more they integrate into your being. Finally, be mindful of the conversations you engage in. Avoid gossip, drama, and complaining. Instead, focus on speaking words that uplift, inspire, and empower. Surround yourself with people who encourage high vibrational conversations. The more you fill your environment with positive language, the easier it becomes to maintain a high frequency. Your words are one of the most powerful tools you have for shaping your reality. Speak with intention, choose your language wisely, and watch how your vibration begins to rise. Because once you master the power of your words, you master the power of your life. Living out of alignment with your true self is one of the most powerful and yet most overlooked ways that people lower their vibration. It's also one of the hardest energy drains to recognize because it doesn't always show up as something obvious. Instead, it manifests as a deep feeling of exhaustion, emptiness, or dissatisfaction, like something is missing, but you can't quite figure out what. The truth is, every time you suppress who you really are, every time you betray your own truth to fit in, to avoid conflict, or to meet someone else's expectations, you are lowering your frequency. And over time, this slow and silent energy drain takes a massive toll. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like you had to be someone you're not? Maybe in your career, in a relationship, or even within your own family. You've felt the pressure to act a certain way, follow certain rules, or live up to certain expectations that don't align with who you really are. At first, it might not seem like a big deal. You convince yourself that it's just temporary, that you're doing what's necessary to keep the peace or to be accepted. But the more you suppress your authenticity, the heavier it becomes. Over time, this inner conflict drains you, leaving you feeling disconnected from yourself and from life. The reason this is so damaging is because when you live inauthentically, you create a constant internal resistance. Your soul knows who you truly are. It knows your purpose, your passions, and what makes you come alive. But when your external life doesn't match that truth, it creates an energetic imbalance. You feel restless, uninspired, and lost, not because something is wrong with you, but because you are living out of alignment with your highest self. And the more you ignore that feeling, the stronger it becomes. One of the most obvious signs that you're living out of alignment is a deep sense of fatigue that no amount of rest can fix. This isn't physical exhaustion, it's soul exhaustion. It's the kind of tiredness that comes from constantly forcing yourself to be someone you're not. And if you don't address it, it can manifest in anxiety, depression, and even physical illness. The body always responds to energetic misalignment. That's why so many people who are stuck in jobs, relationships, or lifestyles that don't resonate with them experience chronic stress, tension, or mysterious health issues. Their body is literally signaling that something needs to change. So how do you break free? The first step is self-honesty. You have to be willing to ask yourself the hard questions. Am I truly living in a way that reflects who I am? Am I following my own path? Or am I living according to someone else's expectations? What parts of my life feel forced, heavy, or unfulfilling? These questions can be uncomfortable, but they are necessary for realignment. Once you start being honest with yourself, you begin to see where you've been holding yourself back, where you've been playing small, and where you've been sacrificing your own truth for the sake of comfort or approval. The next step is courage. Once you recognize where you're out of alignment, you have to be willing to make changes. This doesn't mean you have to overhaul your entire life overnight, but it does mean making choices that bring you closer to your truth. Maybe that means setting boundaries, speaking up for yourself, pursuing a passion you've been ignoring, or letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. The more you align with your authentic self, the lighter, freer, and more energized you become. Living in alignment is not about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about trusting yourself enough to follow your inner guidance, even when it's scary or inconvenient. And when you do, something incredible happens. Your vibration naturally rises. Life starts to flow effortlessly. You attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences because you are no longer resisting your own energy. You are in full alignment with the frequency of your highest self. Your truth is your power. The moment you start honoring who you truly are, your entire energy shifts. And once you experience the freedom of living in full alignment, you will never go back. Now that you know what lowers your vibration, the real question is, how do you protect and elevate your energy? Awareness is the first step, but true transformation comes from taking action. The good news is, you don't have to live at the mercy of low vibrations. You have the power to consciously raise your frequency, align with higher energies, and create a life that feels light, effortless, and deeply fulfilling. The path to high vibration living is not about perfection, it's about intention. Every choice you make either raises or lowers your vibration, and the more you choose alignment, the more effortlessly your energy begins to shift. The first key is energetic cleansing. Just like you shower to clean your physical body, you must also cleanse your energy field. Meditation, breathwork, and time in nature are powerful ways to release stagnant energy. Water is also a natural energy purifier, whether it's taking salt baths, drinking pure, structured water, or even swimming in natural bodies of water. These practices help clear your field and reset your vibration. Sound healing sage and essential oils are also powerful tools for clearing low-frequency energy. The more you cleanse, the lighter and more vibrant you feel. The second key is setting boundaries. Your energy is sacred, and not everyone deserves access to it. Be mindful of the environments you expose yourself to, the people you allow into your life, and the content you consume. If something drains you, step away from it. If someone constantly brings negativity, create distance. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. High vibrational living requires you to be selective about what you engage with. The stronger your boundaries, the stronger your energy. The third key is daily tuning practices. Just like an instrument needs to be tuned to play at its best, your energy needs to be tuned every single day. Start your mornings with intention. Before you check your phone or engage with the outside world, take time to align your vibration. Whether it's through gratitude, affirmations, movement, or deep breathing, how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Your vibration is your responsibility. No one else controls it. The more you prioritize your energy, the more effortlessly life begins to align in your favor. So ask yourself, are you ready to take back control of your frequency? Because the moment you do, everything changes.